Hi, I'm Lois Brown. I'm a postdoc under Don Wise in the Department of Agronomy and Plant Genetics at the University of Minnesota. I work on hazelnuts, a woody perennial that is a potential forever green crop. Native American hazelnuts grow wild throughout Minnesota, providing a tasty and healthful food for wildlife and for people who enjoy foraging for wild foods. But the yields are low and the nuts are small. By contrast, European hazelnuts produce high yields of large nuts, but are not winter hardy in Minnesota, and are extremely susceptible to a lethal disease to which the natives are tolerant. Amateur breeders first crossed American and European hazelnuts in the 1930s. The result was hybrids which combine the best characteristics of both. These hybrid hazelnuts are the crop that we are developing into a new crop for Minnesota, though we are also considering wild American hazelnuts as a crop in their own right. As perennials, hybrid hazelnuts offer all the ecosystem benefits of other perennials. Their deep fibrous root systems stabilize the soil, preventing soil erosion and nitrate leaching, while also sequestering atmospheric carbon. Hazelnuts can be components in diverse cropping systems. For example, they can be intercropped with nitrogen-fixing clover to provide some of their fertility. Hazelnuts provide excellent wildlife habitat, and much more. As woody shrubs, hazelnuts are useful components of windbreaks, living snow fences, and riparian buffers. Most importantly, their tasty and healthful nuts have good market potential and can provide growers with income from land that would otherwise be unproductive. But before hazelnuts can become a significant crop, we need to improve their genetics. The germplasm currently available is seed propagated and open pollinated, which means that its performance is inconsistent and unpredictable. Some of the progeny might be outstanding, but most will not. For example, while one plant may be ready to pick, the neighboring one, from the same seed batch, might not be, requiring the grower to make a return trip to harvest it. It is difficult to manage a crop profitably with this level of variability. So at the U of M, we have instituted a genetic improvement program for hybrid and native hazelnuts. Simply put, we scout existing plantings on farms and wild stands for outstanding bushes, select the best, propagate them vegetatively, which maintains the same genetics as their parents, and evaluate them in replicated performance trials. We've now collected over 120 different accessions in 5 performance trials. After about 5 years, we'll select the best of the best, propagate them, and disseminate them to growers as improved varieties. We'll also cross the best of the best with improved germplasm from other breeding programs to get material that is even better. But to make this work, we need better propagation methods. Mound layering, the method we use now, works, but it is extremely labor-intensive and not very productive, producing only a dozen or so new plants from each parent per year. Micropropagation is a potentially more productive method, capable of producing thousands of new plants from each parent in a few months. A new graduate student at the University of Minnesota, Molly Kreiser, is developing this method. We also need to figure out practically everything else about how to grow hazelnuts as a profitable crop, such as how far apart to plant them, what kind of weed control they need, how to fertilize them, whether they would benefit from pruning, etc. We also need to develop machines to harvest and process the nuts, as well as to develop markets for them. Thank you for letting me share the story of hazelnut research at the University of Minnesota, where we believe that the future of agriculture depends on new ways of thinking about the relationship between agriculture and the environment. More about this story can be found on the website for the Upper Midwest Hazelnut Development Initiative. Thank you.